Oh man, wow, that was fun, and couldn't be more proud of these guys, the team, the coaches. They're having a lot of fun in that locker room right now. You know, they continue to just every day, show how much they want it, and building that confidence and energy. And I just think it showed how we came out of the blocks right away and stuck to the game plan. We did a great job of stuff in the run. It started with the first drive, and offensively continue to stay efficient and make the plays that these guys are capable of doing. And just super proud of the way we started, and really played almost a full game there. I know they got some touchdowns at the end, and that's part of just learning how to win. And I think it could have been even a bigger game for us, right? If we make a couple fourth down stops or score a couple 1 yard touchdowns there, in tight territory, so in the red zone. But fired up for these guys. We just got even more to build off of. I think the belief and trust and understanding of what we're capable of doing, and this journey we're on. Man, I got a fired up locker room.
You mentioned the decisions to go for it on fourth down. You barely went for it on fourth down last season. What has gone into the decisions to want to go for it?
Yeah, I mean, the areas we're in, I mean, it just, we're kind of out of field goal range, and you kick the ball in the end zone if you punt. Just the risk reward is really not much difference, especially when we're out in the middle of the field. We're just so confident when we get in those medium downs, third and fourth down, because Mike sees the field, and our guys are tough to match up against, especially in the passing game. If it's man, we're going to count on one of those guys winning. If it's zone, someone's going to sit down in a window, and Mike's going to find them, and our line's doing a great job protecting. So we're confident that way. We're going to play aggressive, and I think when you're on the 1 yard line going in, you just got to punch them in, and that's probably something we're going to look at tomorrow, and just I don't want to say have regrets, but man, if we do a couple of things a little bit better there, a couple inches more, the game could have been put away even in a bigger fashion. So we responded. I think that's the biggest thing we take from the team from the game tonight is we kept coming back and responded and answered scores, especially at the end of the first half when they went down and scored. We came back in 2-minute drill and put some points on the board before going to the locker room with 4-second stuff. So the response right now, the 1-0 mindset that we preach every day, they flush it, or they accept it, flush it, and move on, play in the present, and that's what we're doing.
Caleb, what did you think that Mike did exceptionally well tonight?
He just putting the ball where it needs to go. He's seeing the field, and the line's giving him time. He isn't taking sacks, and even when it does break down a little bit, it got flushed. You just had confidence in taking care of the football, and again, we got to get some first downs at the end, and when you see us put it up in the air, and we didn't get the completion we wanted, but you got trust, and you got a guy you can win football games with, not just like try to manage a game. And he's got so much belief by his teammates in him, and he's just so calm and collected. And, mentally has been in all these positions, been in so many close games over the years that he just and big time games that he just goes about his business and believes in himself. And he's got a great supporting cast around him that are making plays for him too. That adds a lot to it.
You guys talk about going 1-0 every week and not valuing any one game more than any other, but can a win like this in year one, this early, give you a little something more going forward?
Yeah, no, there's no question. I mean, we just beat a really good football team in my mind, and to get this win now is just gonna continue to put the belief in our guys, and it's only gonna every day get better for us as we go to work and practice. And I just think the things that we've addressed every week after a game where we came up short or weren't as good, and on Saturdays we've improved in those areas, and we're becoming more of a well-rounded team. We were better against the run, we tackled better, and so I see all those things. Special teams, I thought, took another step forward today, and so I'm excited about us being a well-rounded team. We can play team football, get the stops when we need them. So back up the defense with the score when it does happen. We're playing good team football. Did turn the ball over, got a big pick, juiced down there, set up the field goal to make it a 4-score game.
Jalen Polk has 3 touchdowns, and he's a guy who's been through some stuff here. He seems to be about the most liked guy on the team. What can you say about him and what he did today?
Yeah, I remember coming in December and hearing about JP, and he was a guy, and he was a juice guy. He was a guy that really, from what everyone told me, just really motivated the wide receiver core, and was there's other guys I think in the receiving core that are glue guys as well, keep us tight, keep us together, but he was certainly one of them. And to see him come out, and it's been a couple different guys each game now that have had their big breakout games, and we keep spreading the wealth around. It makes it even harder for teams to figure out who to stop. But JP, made some huge catches, some big time plays. I've seen him improve just individually so much in the last couple of weeks because of his work ethic and his just staying the course and continue to grind. So couldn't be more happier for JP.
You had to replace 2 out of your 5 starters in the secondary.
Yeah.
And even though you preach next man up, that's still a lot of manpower to shift for a game of this magnitude. Could you talk about that?
Yeah, there's no doubt that I'm proud of what we're doing defensively. Just short-handed there a little bit. Guys, stepping up and going out there and making plays. Even at the end of the game, a couple times we were subbing for the sub. Defensively, special teams. The onside kick. Some guys were going down. We had to sub for the sub and missed that. And we had to call a timeout, but. I really don't feel like it's phasing us when someone goes down. Like our team is just like, okay, now it's this guy's turn, and we're hopefully when you kind of start working it the other way, where more guys are coming back, and now you're actually building the depth of the program. That might be wishful thinking, but that could be the direction we're going here in the next couple of weeks ahead.
Asa was in uniform. Will he be back shortly?
He probably won't be back for next week. We'll see. I would just consider it, I guess, doubtful, for next week, but we'll see.
Coach, I asked both Alex Cook and Cam, what moments in the game really stood out to them, and they both separately said it was Julius Irvin's interception because of what he's been through and what he's had to do.
Yeah.
What do they mean by that?
Yeah, when you really get to know Julius, you see, and I just had a shared moment with him in the locker room, and just how much this means to him, and he's just kept biting, scratching, and clawing to find his way on the football field, and it happened right in front of me, the pick, and so it was pretty cool, and I could share that moment, and tell him how I saw it, and he just us having the belief in him to go out there, not just me but our entire coaching staff, and then for him to come through like that. It means a lot to everyone because that's why we coach, is for these guys to reach their potential, to continue to build that confidence and teach them techniques and all of that. But for him to go out there and have that moment out there, it was pretty cool. It means a lot.
Did Jordan Perryman or Jackson Kirkland get close to playing this week?
Yeah, there are. I really thought they were going to play earlier in the week. I really felt like we were in a good spot, and just the volume and just kind of where things are at. They just by the end of the week, it just wasn't quite in the cards for those guys to step on the field. But I don't want to say too much. I feel because I don't want to jinx it because I felt like maybe I did that last week. But hopefully we got Jackson back for sure next week.
Kalen, sorry. You made kind of a plea to the fan base on Monday to sort of buy in fully in terms of coming out. What did it feel like in the stadium tonight?
Man, that was awesome. Our guys, we came, and I don't know if it was because of the road issues or anything like that, but we came over the 520 there and kind of started crossing the lake and seeing everything backed up. I know the bus I was on, there started kind of already being a vibe on the bus, like, okay, Husky Nation's showing out tonight, and that was just kind of part of it. It was just hard for us to get here to the stadium. And then when we got out here, when we took the field right before kickoff, man, that was special. And every single play, just loud and proud and just, our defense, that's a huge part. The little step that you need in a pass rush direction. Maybe it isn't always the false start that you get, but it's that one step that you get because, you know, a tackle can't see the ball, can't hear the clap, he just goes on movement. And, you know, that makes a huge difference. And so I just got to tell the Husky Nation that we appreciate it. The players felt it, they fed off it. And, you know, we're glad that we can reciprocate that and have some success out there and have them have a good time out there. You know, that's the biggest thing. And let's keep this momentum going. We're back at home next weekend.
The offense played so well today, but I'm sure you're just gonna dissect those goal line plays over and over and over again. What'd you see?
Yeah, I mean, you're so close, and there's so many different plays that we can go to. We hadn't been stopped on a quarterback sneak in so many at times over the years, just the way we do things, and they did a good job of stuffing it. At the end there, I was pretty confident we would get it. You saw us do one a few weeks ago, and I know it was a different look, a different team, some different human beings up there that we're going against tonight, but I thought we went at it with a couple different looks. I mean, there were some exotic looks that we threw at them on the goal line, and they got lined up to it, got their feet in the ground, and you know, we just were so, I mean, you know, we were getting a foot, we were getting 2 feet, you know, and just couldn't get those last couple inches. So there's other ways you can go about it, but I still feel good about the decisions. I still feel good about the calls. You know, we'll look at it and we'll talk about it, and we'll keep adding to, you know, what we have in our goal line packages.
Your offensive line didn't give up a sack against a team that came in with the most sacks in the country.
You know,
You obviously did that Kirkland's well. Just how do you feel that group played?
how about that? Yeah, I mean, that's a huge piece of it, you know, because we know what it was coming in about how many sacks, you know, and how many forced fumbles and all that their defense had caused, and for us to you know, not give up any sacks and you know, just not have any turnovers. I think right, we had no turnovers, and so that's just a huge part of what it took to win tonight. And man, I credit the offensive line. There's still things, right? We got to punch it in, you know, on the 1 yard line. But when you start looking at those positives and how we got the lead and the momentum we had, I mean, the offensive line, I thought even right off the bat, there were some things that they were doing in the run game where they were opening up some seams and we were getting 4, 5, 6 yards on a crack. And then, you know, we didn't get it at the end on the one drive, but, you know, we got a first down with CD and, you know, gives us a chance to be on the football. So, you know, there's a lot of positives and a lot of things that we continue to build off of. I think they're excited about the direction they're going, just like our football team.
That protection, obviously, you give a lot of credit to the offensive line, but how much credit do you give to Penix getting you in the right protections and the right plays?
Yeah, always. He had one play and he took a hit on it where he saw it and a little bit late and didn't check the protection, but you know, so he always does a good job, and I think the offensive line has the confidence in him, so that way they can execute. When he checks something, they know why he's doing it, not just what he's checking it to.
All right.
Awesome.